Today we are going to complete your interactive notebook to help you prepare for your test that you have at the end of the week. We have already done the method of science section of your interactive notebook. Today you're going to do the standards of measurement section first in your interactive notebook. Everyone should have received the packet, and we're going to go in the order of the packet to complete this information. This is what the 2 pages will look like once you have completed them, determining density and the standards of measurement. So take out the paper that says standards of measurement with the essential question, why is density a derived unit at the top? The International System of Units is a standard system of measurement used worldwide. You need to complete the chart that's in your notes with the quantity measured, the unit, and the symbol. Length is measured in meters, and the symbol is a lowercase m. Mass is measured in grams, lowercase g. Time is measured in seconds, lowercase s. Electric current, ampere, capital A. Temperature, Kelvin, capital K. Amount of a substance is a mole, is MOL. Light intensity, candela, CD. The common prefixes, the chart has been provided for you. Also the definition for length, which is the distance between 2 points, and volume, the amount of space occupied by an object. You will need to take the notes for mass, the amount of matter in an object, density, the mass per unit of volume of material, and time, the interval between 2 occurring events. Most importantly for earth science, understanding length, volume, mass, and density are very important for earth science. We will look at how to derive the unit of density, which is mass divided by volume today. Next, I need for you to take out the paper for graphing. It looks like this right here. And the essential question are, how are line, bar, and circle graphs similar, and how are they different? A graph is a visual display of data or information. We have different types of graphs, line graphs, bar graphs, and circle graphs. A line graph shows trends or how the data changes over time. In math, you use this for rate of change, rise over run, those things, type of slope. Those are the way they use those in math. Bar graph is useful for comparing something you have counted, the number of red M&Ms versus the number of purple M&Ms in your bag, or all the different color of M&Ms or Skittles in the bag. This is how you can use a bar graph. It's easy to compare something that you have counted. A circle graph, we will spend some time on a circle graph, used to show a fixed quantity. It's broken down into parts. A circle graph, you must total up to be 100% to show the total circle. And we will go through how to draw the correct angles for your circle graph in a few moments. So we're going to complete the models. Let's go back to the paper that has the penny on it for determining density. You're going to fill in the information that's provided here for you. The paper reads, volume is the amount of space taken up by something. Water displacement is one way to determine the volume of a solid. When an object is placed in water, the amount of water it displaces is the volume of the object. From the mass and volume of the object, its density can be calculated. Density is a measure of how much mass fills a given amount of space. And note that 1 milliliter is equal to 1 cubic centimeter. Under part 1, determine the mass of 5 marbles on the balance. The mass is equal to 17.2 grams. Under number 3, observe the new level of water. The new level of water, you're going to put in 55 milliliters. 3B, the original level of water, 50 milliliters. 3C, the volume of 5 marbles. You are going to calculate that by subtracting the original level of water from the new level of water. Part 2, 1A, the mass of 20 pennies is 50 grams. Part 1B, the mass of the new level of water, 56 milliliters. The original level of water, 50 milliliters. You are again going to calculate the volume of 20 pennies by subtracting the original level of water from the new level of water. You are then going to put in your information into the equation for density, which is mass divided by volume. If you cannot remember how to calculate density, go to BrainPop and watch the Measuring Matter video. Sign into BrainPop using your Clever account and watch the Measuring Matter video. It tells you how to calculate volume. Next, I want you to go to the paper that has types of graphs. In the paper that has types of graphs, the instructions read, directions, cut out the following data tables and paste into your Science Interactive notebook. Determine which graph would be most appropriate for the data listed in the tables. Draw a graph next to each data table, making sure each graph has the title and correctly labeled axes. Neatness counts. You're going to use the geometer template to draw your circle. You first are going to convert your data 44% into 0.44. You can do this for all your percentages. Multiply 360, that's the number of degrees in a circle, by your converted percentage, 0.44. It gives you 158 degrees. You're going to start at 0 and draw an angle that is 158 degrees using the geometer template. The geometer template is on the front table in the front of the room with all the other supplies. So again, convert 44% into 0.44. Multiply 360 times 0.44. That's 158 degrees. You read the template going counterclockwise. First, draw the circle. Use the template to draw a circle. You identified 158 degrees. You want to identify the 0. You want to mark off the middle, which is in the middle of the graph in the middle, and then you're going to find 158 degrees. So again, find 0 and 158 degrees. Mark both of those on your paper. You have the 0 marked off. You have the center marked off. You will have 158 degrees marked off. Draw the lines for your angle. This first line is for the 0 degree mark. The second line measures out 158 degrees. This shows you what 158 degrees looks like in this 360 degree circle. You want to color in each one of your percentages a different color. To complete your notebook, you want to glue the models, notes, and quizzes into your notebook. You will have a test next class. To review again, determining density. On the left-hand side, you have your determining density. You can go back and re-watch this video as much as necessary and pause it to put in your data correctly. And make sure you have the notes for this model. You're going to glue in the standards of measurement quiz. You're going to skip the next page. We are going to do a project next class. Skip the next page. Your model, types of graphs. You can glue this directly into your notebook, or you can get an additional sheet of paper and glue that in for the types of graphs. On the left, you have the types of graph. On the right, you have your notes. Make sure you choose the appropriate type of graph for each data set. Table number 1 is a circle graph. Table number 2 is a line graph. Table number 3 is a bar graph. Then you glue in the types of graph for that quiz, the quiz for graphing. And that is all you need to do to complete your notebook. You have the remainder of class to complete these assignments. Again, you need to do this notebook. You need to make sure your reading activities are completed and you have taken all your BrainPop quizzes. Your test next class will go over all of that information. How to study. Review Chapter 1 reading activities. Review BrainPop videos and quizzes. Review your notebook. The test will be multiple choice, matching, fill in the blank, and short answer. And that is the end of this presentation.